important. Could you give us a sense of how this plays out across the region? There are differences, of course, from country to country. What are the opportunities and the challenges with regards to jobs?
I think the problem or the issues that we talk about in terms of lifelong learning is fairly consistent across the region. I think we need to break this thing up into a few angles. From the very basics, I think I think one thing that is consistent is that changes are inevitable in the futures. So it's actually very difficult even for us to predict what types of jobs are in existence 10 years from now and what types of jobs are not going to be in existence 10 years from now. 10 years from now, think about this, 10 years before, I do not think we heard of a job called cyber security analyst, okay? It's probably one of the hottest job at this point of time in the world.
Unfortunately.
But I think there are a couple of angles I would basically put into this. One, I think the parents needs to prepare their kids as they're growing up in terms of the changes. So, I think parents today probably cannot be thinking from how they grew up standpoint in terms of educating their kids. So it has to be an open-minded society. Just now, Vice Premier talked about STEM education. That's very important. But I think the hottest types of people that overall people are looking at are people with STEM or IT skills, but also soft skills.
Yeah.
So it's just not machines. We are not going to train machines. Then I think if you look across the whole region, there are very different states of populations. I would say demographics. Vietnam is very young. Japan can be very old. It's more maturing populations. So I think over the time of a person career or lifespan, there's probably one fact is that you're not going to start as accountant and finish as accountant 30 years from now. Accounting job might be replaced.
Right.
So I think this whole lifelong learning, how to reskill people at different stage of their life, it's actually becoming very important.